Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and this is my monthly report on the job market in the United States. This is the August report that was released this morning, September 4th, I believe it is. September 4th, 2015. So here's the data from the report. 173,000 new jobs created, down pretty dramatically from the previous month, probably down a quarter from the previous month. The June and July figures were upgraded by 44,000 new jobs, with July being the bulk of them with 33,000 jobs. The unemployment rate fell to 5.1% and hourly earnings slightly. The overall unemployment, let's see now, there were 196,000. This is really the most important part of the report. It's probably the most hopeful thing I've seen in the longest time. See, most of the time, the unemployment rate has gone down because the labor force participation rate has gone down. What's that? Very simply, the number of people who the government reports are actually participating in the workforce. Now, that actually held steady at 62.6%, which is like the lowest figure in the longest time. But here's the big button there. The number of unemployed increased by, let's see now, 196,000, 237,000 new hires. The long and the short of it was more people were able to come off the unemployment rolls in the statistics because they actually found work, not because they disappeared from the workforce. That's the first time I've seen that in a long time, and it's very unusual. Now, government hired 33,000 new people. Health and social services, 57,000. Business and professional services, 33,000. Food and food services like hospitality, 26,000. Losses incurred in manufacturing, down 17,000. Mining, down 9,000. The U6 rate, which is the overall rate of unemployment that includes people who've given up and have stopped trying, dropped again to 10.3%. Number of hours increased slightly. I believe it's 34.6 to 34.5. I don't know who these people are. I work more than that. Probably you do too. But here's the real thing. More people are finding jobs. There's an interesting quirk coming up, and what I try to do is some commentary as I see the job market. Now, if you're in white-collar labor, most of you can find work now. There are jobs out there for you. If you're in blue-collar labor, I don't know that market as well. It seems like firms are struggling there more than they are in white-collar. Now, in recent times, you may have seen these stories about the China economy slowing down, the stock market fluctuating pretty dramatically. I think there's an expectation that the Federal Reserve Bank is going to begin a process of raising rates. If it's not in September, it will probably be later this year, which will probably lead to not the economy slowing, but the stock market slowing. The economy and the stock market are different things. Now, the real question becomes how financial people in large corporations respond to a rate hike and some of the fear that's going to be propagated as a result of the hike. You see, I expect, as I've said many times before, I expect wages to start increasing now because, frankly, firms are having trouble finding the people that they need for jobs. A lot of it's their own fault. Part of it is the fact that a number of people couldn't enter the workforce during the bad times. Now they're able to get in, but there's a gap in the labor market amongst millennials in particular, where they struggle to get in. And as such, if firms are looking for people with 6-7 years of experience, they don't exist. So, and we couple that with H-1B hires from abroad remaining slow, and the result winds up being there's a gap in the labor market. So as the economy starts to become more frightened based upon the Fed rate hike I expect will happen, my hope is it'll be late in the year, not in September. Why? Because budgets for calendar year corporations normally get finalized in October, maybe beginning of November, and the budgets will be consolidated. The slowdown in the China economy will affect a lot of U.S. firms. It's probably the first time that the U.S. Will catch up with the rest of the world in slowing down, because right now it is the engine for growth. My expectation is that hiring for 2016 is going to remain strong. It's 2017, after the election, that will become more complicated. And I say that because with a slowing economy, with fear that business will have of whoever the new president is, and this isn't an attack about one candidate or party versus another. It's just the fact that business doesn't like change because they can't predict. I would expect 2017 would be a slowing time. So if you're interested in making more money, 2015 and 2016, particularly early in the year, are your time to make the job change. Because I expect as we get closer to the election, there's going to be more complications in the labor markets than we've seen in several years. So I hope you found this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman. Visit my website, thebiggamehunter.us. There's a lot more there you can watch, listen to, or read to help you find work more quickly. And if we are connected on LinkedIn, send a connection request at linkedin.com/IN/thebiggamehunter. I accept connection requests from people worldwide, except if you look like a spammer or scammer, except if you're a third-party recruiter. And by the way, see in the corner there? Sorry, it's kind of hard to do backwards. There's a little icon there. Click the icon. You can subscribe to my channel on YouTube and get notices whenever I do a new video. I'm Jeff Altman. Hope you have a great day. Take care.